Namaste. This is India. It's huge, it's beautiful, and it's ancient. India has epic mountains, mighty rivers, and even a massive desert. It's home to over 1 billion people that speak over 100 different languages. It has big cities and small villages. India kind of has it all. It truly is incredible. One of the best parts of India is its deep cultural heritage of language, religion, and tradition that has lasted thousands of years. Today we're going back over 3,000 years to learn about the ancient civilization that paved the way for today's incredible India. They are known as the Vedic Civilization. The ancient indigenous peoples of India raised animals and grew crops in the fertile river plains, particularly in the northwestern part of India, known today as Punjab. Punjab means the land of 5 rivers. Around 1800 BCE, people living in Central Asia and the Caucasus began to migrate into the land at the 5 rivers, presumably because it was so fertile. These people are referred to as Central Asians, Indo Iranians, or Aryans. They were mostly pastoral, meaning that they didn't stay in one place and grow crops, but instead they were nomadic, moving from place to place, grazing their animals in fertile places for a time, then moving to new green pastures. They raised horses, goats, sheep, and cows. As they entered the land of the 5 rivers, they encountered the ancient ancestral Indians. Over time, their cultures, language, and way of life became intermingled to form a new civilization known as the Vedic Civilization. The Vedic people had their own written language, known today as Sanskrit. It is one of the oldest written languages in the world. Sanskrit was thought to be the language of the gods, and that it was created by the god Brahma and passed down to wise sages seeking knowledge. Sanskrit literally means well done, perfectly formed, or complete. Sanskrit is not a common language today. It is mostly just used today in religious or academic activities, but there are still people that can read it and speak it. Many languages spoken today commonly in India and throughout the world have been influenced by Sanskrit words and writing. The most influential thing written in Sanskrit was a set of religious texts known as the Vedas. These books contain what is known as the Sanatana Dharma, or eternal law. This eternal law was a way of life for the Vedic people. At first, the people who followed the eternal law and studied the Vedas lived near the Indus River, so other people started referring to them as Hindus. The teachings and wisdom of the Vedas are the basis of the Hindu religion, which is practiced by over 8 billion people today.
Whoa!
The word Veda means knowledge. The Vedas are considered shruti, or what is heard. These texts are believed to have divine origin and authority. The knowledge and wisdom of the Vedas was originally given to sages from Brahma during deep stages of meditation. The sages then passed the information down from generation to generation orally, and then it was committed to written form in Sanskrit sometime between 1500 and 1200 BCE. There are 4 Vedas: Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sama Veda, and Atharva Veda. They are the main scriptures for the Hindu religion. Later, Vedic philosophical and religious writings expounded on the principles taught in the Vedas. Some of the most important of these writings are called the Upanishads. Some of the Upanishads teach pursuing Purusha Artha, which are the 4 ultimate goals of Hindu life. The first one is Dharma, which is following righteous and moral values in the way you live. This helps to keep the universe in harmony and balance. The goal is to live in a way that your actions are in harmony with your social and religious existence. The second one is Artha, which is the goal of working towards economic prosperity and productivity. This provides the physical needs for an individual's life, his family, and his community. The third one is Kama, which is the goal of seeking pleasure, enjoyment, and joy in life. Although this goal is important, it must be pursued without compromising Dharma. Moksha is the goal of seeking liberation from the material world, or in some schools of thought, the liberation from the cycle of life, then death, then rebirth. This goal is achieved by seeking to know oneself and one's role in the balance and harmony of the universe. The Upanishads teach that we are living in a cycle of birth, death, and rebirth, called Samsara. The belief is that the soul is eternal, and when it leaves the body at death, it will be reborn into another body and start a new life. The new life could be as a human, an animal, or even a plant. Righteously using our free will to pursue our best Purusartha, and especially Dharma, in our current life state will result in a more favorable rebirth state, or even Moksha, which is a release from the cycle. Failing to live your purpose, or doing evil acts, has the opposite result, leading to less desirable rebirth states and less opportunity to achieve moksha. This universal law of cause and effect is known as karma. This was really important societally, because people would seek to fill their role in society as best as they could by pursuing their Purusartha, especially Dharma, in the hope that the resulting karma would lead to better outcomes in their Punirjanma, or future births. The ancient Vedic society was divided into classes or castes called Varnas. Each class had a specific role in society to maintain harmony and balance. The belief was that if everyone does the duty of their class, there will be less conflict, more harmony, and prosperity. Rigveda contains the creation story for the universe, which was created from the sacrifice of the cosmic consciousness named Purusha. From his mind came the moon, from his eyes the sun, his breath the wind, his legs and his feet the earth, and out of his body came the 4 Varnas, or classes of people. The first Varna, called the Brahmin, came out of Purusha's mouth. These are the priests, teachers, and scholars. Their focus is on knowledge, spiritual understanding, and teaching and training others. The next Varna, called the Kshatriya, came from Purusha's arms. These are the noble warriors, rulers, and administrators in society. Their focus is on protecting society and maintaining order. The next Varna, called the Vaishya, came from Purusha's torso, thighs, or knees. These are the traders and farmers. Their focus is on trade, agriculture, and the economic success of the society. The last Varna, called the Shudra, came from Purusha's feet. These are the laborers and servants. They are the foundation of society and focus on completing the essential work and labor. All parts of the body have a function and work together as a whole. The mouth doesn't do the work of the feet, and the thighs don't do the work of the arms. In Sanatana Dharma, there is an eternal order and purpose in the universe and in life, and if you live in harmony with that order, you will experience life as it was intended. From a societal standpoint, this was a great way to keep order and for everyone to fulfill their duty for the greater good. During the early Vedic period, an individual's Varna was based mostly on their virtues and skills, but as the centuries passed, this class system evolved to be more focused on your parents' Varna, and there was less mobility between the classes. Some people were even excluded from the Varnas altogether. Other important writings in Hindu are smrti, what is remembered. While not considered to be of divine origin, these writings provide important guidance to the precepts of life in Hinduism. They include epics and poems such as the Mahabharata, or the Great Indian Tale. This is considered to be the longest poem ever written. It's 10 times longer than the Iliad and the Odyssey combined. The Mahabharata is so important to Hinduism that it is sometimes called the 5th Veda. The authorship of the Mahabharata is attributed to the Rishi Ved Vyas. The poem tells an epic story which is engaging and entertaining, but it also includes philosophy and religion, including many references to Purusartha and the Varna caste system. It also teaches about many of the Hindu gods. The Hindu gods include Brahma, the creator, Vishnu, the preserver, Shiva, the destroyer, among others. The Rigveda lists 33 deities. The Vedic people had many ways to connect with their gods, including hymns or songs, rituals, and even sacrifices, including Yagna, which was a fire sacrifice. The Vedic people would put offerings like fruit, milk, or ghee into the fire to purify it and make it acceptable to the gods. Hindus believe that the Ganga River was a gift from Shiva because it overflows every year like the Nile River. It leaves good soil for farming. In the late Vedic period, Hindu pilgrims would travel to the Ganga River to bathe and perform other rituals. Hindus also have great respect for the earth and all living things. In particular, they revere cows because of their connection with the gods and motherhood. Cows also represent non-violence. The Hindu religion is very complex, and we've only just scratched the surface of it. Without going any deeper in this video, it's important to recognize how influential these beliefs and writings were to the Vedic civilization and the way it was organized. Now you know the basics about the likely origins of the Vedic civilization and how the Hindu religion shaped their society. In part 2, we will learn about the spread of the Vedic tribes east and the rise of the Mauryan Empire. We will also explore the origins of Jainism and Buddhism and their impact on the late Vedic period. Until then, thanks for watching, sharing, and liking the videos. See you next time!